Scotland are 3 points up against Ireland in a game billed as make or break for their Six Nations title chances. There are 21 minutes gone in Dublin and they are on the attack. Greg Laidlaw picks the ball up and feeds Finn Russell. He shuffles the ball from hand to hand before giving it to Peter Horne. There are 3 men, Stuart Hogg, Hugh Jones and Blair Kinghorn, on his outside. A try is on. Frustratingly, the move collapses, and at a high cost. Scroll down for video. Horne's telegraphed pass for Kinghorn, the furthest away of the 3, is picked off by Jacob Stockdale. The Irish winger runs half the length of the park to score unopposed as Hogg gives up the chase. It was a gift, Horne admits to Sportsmill. I felt if I got it right I could put Blair Kinghorn away to score, but it was the wrong decision. The moment the ball left my hands I knew I had made a mistake. I looked up at the big screen and realized when I saw the replay that Shuggy Jones, who was closer into me, was the ball. I was really down at that moment but I knew I had to pick myself up and get on with it. There was a long way to go. Things didn't get any better for the Scots. 3 try-scoring opportunities and all were wasted on their way to a 28-8 defeat. Horne paid the price for his own below-par performance by losing his starting place against Italy. It says much, then, for the character of the man from Fife that, when he got his chance from the bench in Rome he was one of the team's pivotal performers in a nail-biting 29-27 victory. His display hailed for its energy and verve by Gregor Townsend. I was really down after the Ireland match. I didn't think I did myself justice, recalls the centre now. When I went in on the Monday, though, and looked through my game I had made 21 tackles by our own stats and had done some really good things. I spoke to Gregor who said I'd made a couple of mistakes and he was going to give Nick Grigg a go against Italy. At least I was on the bench and maybe would get a chance to make amends. With it being just a 7-day turnaround I knew I had to dust myself off and get ready to go again. His chance came on 52 minutes, with Scotland 24-12 down and under severe pressure from the Azzurri. As a replacement for a struggling Jones, Horne brought an urgency to the Scotland midfield that had been sorely lacking. When Russell went off with a head knock and Laidlaw moved from 9 to 10, he took on more responsibility in the attack, helping energize the team on its way to turning around the deficit. I was chuffed how things turned out, especially after the previous week, says the 28-year-old Glasgow Warriors star. When I came on, it wasn't looking good. We were needing a bit of a spark so I just tried to be busy and work hard. We got a couple of tries and dominated the last 20 minutes. It may have been an ugly win but it was a win. Townsend reserves special praise for one of the fall guys from Dublin. I thought Peter Horne was excellent, said the head coach after his team ended their campaign with a 3rd victory. He really added spark, verve and energy and maybe that is what we were lacking in the first half. Victory in Rome brought the curtain down on another roller coaster Six Nations for the Scots, and for Horne himself. Scorer of a last-minute consolation try in the disastrous opening day 34-7 defeat in Cardiff, he was instrumental in the ensuing victories over France and England. But he acknowledges it was far from a perfect championship for the Scots, just as he accepts his own culpability in failing to get the job done in the pivotal game with Grand Slam-winning Ireland. That score, against Wales, was my most low-key score ever and one I didn't think much about as we were getting hosed at the time. 3 wins out of 5 for the second year in a row is a decent run but we could have done better. We wanted to win the Six Nations and we put ourselves in a position ahead of the Ireland game to do that. That game was the vital one. We would have been right in the mix on the final weekend if we'd beaten them. We could have been right up there pushing for the title but didn't help ourselves with our mistakes. It was very frustrating. We gifted them 14 points and they got the rumble on at the Mall. It didn't feel like there was much between the teams. Peter Horne was speaking on behalf of Glasgow-based audio company RHA, who have given high-quality wireless headphones to the Glasgow Warriors players to help them prepare for games. The stylish headsets come with noise isolation capabilities helping the Scotland International and the rest of the Glasgow players block out distractions ahead of matches in the Guinness Pro14 and European Rugby Champions Cup. Music is a great way of getting yourself into the zone, said Horne. You get songs that get you fired up that remind you of good games you've had. It's always good to have tunes that help you do that and start visualizing what you are going to do. These RHA headphones have been brilliant for my individual workout. Lindsay James Williams, head of marketing and business development for RHA, said, Glasgow Warriors share many of RHA's core values, including a focus on performance and providing an engaging experience for our customers and fans. We're extremely proud to partner with them and provide the team with our award-winning wireless products. For more info on RHA visit www.rawaudio.com. Peter Horne's top 3 songs to listen to on RHA headphones on match days: Finders Keepers by Mabel, Candy Paint by Post Malone, Psycho by Post Malone. At no point did it feel like it was getting away from us, but we just weren't accurate enough when we had try-scoring opportunities. So what ultimately was the difference between Scotland winning the tournament and, in reality, finishing third? At Glasgow, we want our conversion rate from line breaks to tries to be at least 1 in 3, says Horne. At international level, it probably has to be 1 in every 2. That was the difference in Ireland. They showed they were a world-class team who take their chances. Can we challenge for the title next season? Yeah, absolutely. We've shown we can mix it with anyone. If we can start converting our chances and be a bit more clinical, we can start coming out on the right side of the scoreboard a bit more. Horne will be given the next 2 weeks off before returning to a Warriors team just 2 wins away from finishing top of their conference table and securing a home Pro 14 semi-final. Then he hopes to be part of Scotland's summer tour to the USA, Canada and Argentina, where there is every chance he could end up playing alongside younger brother George. The uncapped 22-year-old scrum half was taken to Italy for the experience by Townsend and with a view to going on tour in a few months' time. George is doing okay, he's loving being around the squad, getting the experience of it all, reveals the older Horne. He's desperate to get back to Glasgow to play before going away with the Scotland Sevens to the Commonwealth Games. It's been a whirlwind season for him and he's been doing brilliantly.